Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Trinity and this is Building History, and today we are continuing our HMS Endeavour build. Today it's very fun, starting to make it look like an actual ship. We're starting with the planking. So our first plank, it's a different way of planking. If you look down here, it stops at the bow, just before the bow and just before the stern. So that's interesting. And then we have to put on like extra pieces, as you can see here, some wood blocks at the front. Yeah, so let me get everything set up. We'll get started with the video, and if you guys do enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm uploading more often, trying my best, and thank you for all the support recently. It's been incredible. Let me get everything set up and let's begin the planking. Okay guys, so all we're gonna need is some CA glue and your wooden planks, and in the instructions it looks like it's placed so that the top of the plank, the bottom of the plank is in line with the bottom deck. For these you won't need to bend them. They're quite flexible, they're not walnuts or anything, so they can just go on. Alright, so I'm going to glue it down from the front side first, like this. Okay. So we're just going to take a bit of CA glue here. Sprinkle a dabble on here. Now with the CA glue, it gets absorbed really quickly by the bulkheads, so you just have to be careful about that. See, like that, it's already gone, I believe. It's already absorbed. Let me just put some more down there. I cut my thumb just before I started recording, so that's a bit interesting to hold it in place. But yeah, thank you guys so much for the recent support on the channel. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers, which is really insane to me. I didn't expect to blow up that quickly. But yeah, thank you guys very much. And if you guys do have anything that you want to see, anything that you have to say or anything like that, just leave it in the comments down below. I reply to every single comment, and yeah, thank you very much. Perfect. I'll first glue it down here. Let's go ahead and just go along the plank here. That should be good for now. I'm just keeping it in line with the bottom of the deck. I think that's how you're meant to do it. I'm following the planking instructions from the actual book, so we don't get lost or anything. Because normally I wouldn't do it this way. I'll just plank the whole ship, but I'm doing it the way it's shown there, so you guys can also follow along. Wow. See, the wood absorbs the glue so fast. Perfect. Just gotta let it dry. And the planking's gonna take quite a while, I believe. I think. So, yeah, we got a little mini series in our series about planking. But yeah. I'd say this is the best part of actually building the boat, is making the boat, if that makes sense. I haven't done rigging in a long time, so that's going to be really interesting when we do get there. Okay, perfect. And I believe if we look here at the instructions, this is meant to go all the way to the back, this bulkhead here, just below it. Okay, perfect. Let me glue the rest here. And then we'll move on to doing the last bulkhead together. Just gotta make sure it actually sticks. Like I said, it gets absorbed so quickly. But yeah, guys, we're moving along quite nicely. I'd consider this the make or break of the ship, is the planking. So we got to do a good job here, and then we'll move on to preparing the deck and getting ready for rigging. There's a lot of stuff on the deck, so that might take a while, but might record longer videos. Let me know what you guys think of that. Okay, perfect. And now it's time to glue the last bulkhead. Let me change up some things and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so this side does not want to be stuck down for some reason, so I'm gonna apply a bit more glue here, just like so. It's been very stubborn. I'm gonna take our drill, hand drill. I'm just gonna drill a small hole in. So I don't actually have a hammer or pins or anything, so I mean, I don't have needles. I've only got pins and a hammer, so make do with what we have. Let me take our hammer. Just like so. Now hold it in place until the glue dries, and then for the stern here, over here specifically, I sanded it down a bit more so that the plank sits on it firmly. I didn't like how it was sitting beforehand. There wasn't much contact, so I did just sand it down a bit more. It's very good to the more contact the plank has with the boat, the sturdier it is, and the less chance of it coming undone once you've glued it in place. So let's go ahead and shove some glue down there. Perfect. I'm going to nail it in. Let's go over there. I completely missed the bulkhead. Let's try that again. Sorry about that, guys. My tripod's right next to all my tools, so hopefully I didn't give you too much of a fight. Okay. The outer layer of the bulkhead did break there, but that's fine. It's just a thin layer of wood. Okay. I'm gonna wait for this to dry, and then we'll move on to the next plank. Okay, so even with the nail in place, it still was flexing up a bit. If you can see here, it's slightly twisted, not too much. That's just basically following the shape of the hole. So I put a clamp on it to hold it in place, and yeah. Also guys, I just wanted to let you know, at 3,000 subscribers we're having our first Q&A. There is a post on the community page. If you guys are interested, go leave a comment down there, and it will be in the Q&A video at 3,000 subs. But again, thank you. Okay, so if we look in the plans here, this plank is going to be need to be trimmed over there. And then from there on up, we put a little bit on this part here, and then we plank the whole ship up until this part. So yeah, fun and games. Let's get started. So I'm just gonna take my pliers here, my nips. I'm gonna trim it right there. I'm not too worried about this little gap or this little bit hanging off for the time being. We'll sort that when we come to the second layer of planking, because we're gonna have to do a lot of sanding. That's gonna be fun. Alright, so let's move on here. This plank is gonna be a bit easier because all these bulkheads are kind of flat. Okay. Where's my glue? It's here. Gotta make sure they're in line here at the front. A bit both together. Yes, so that large plank was a bit of a mission to install here. Yo. I had to drill 2 holes, there's 2 nails at the end there. And I used a clamp, and it still didn't want to stick. Okay, wait. For these planks, you also just want to apply some glue on the other plank so that they bond together. Just strengthens the hole. Perfect. Keep getting my fingers stuck. Alrighty, just gonna let that dry for a little bit. Let me get it in place. Okay guys, so I brought you down to the level where the plank actually sits, so you can probably get a better view. Alright, so we spread the glue around along them. Throw it on here, like so. And then wait for it to dry. She doesn't like the drying this glue apparently. Just this bottle. Dries on your fingers, not on the wood. Okay, perfect. Where is my drill? I think it should be fine for now. Just move that. So they're not perfectly in line there, but that's fine. This is all gonna get sanded down. So we're gonna have 2 big wood blocks here to make the bow. And then we move on towards the back of the ship. Okay. I don't know where my clamps are. Just hold these together. Okay. Found the drill. I'm just gonna drill a hole in here. Just to make Okay guys, sorry about that. I was just getting a little bit frustrated. I don't know why the glue isn't sticking. Worked perfectly for the first one. Okay. So here, glue along the top of the plank and on the bulkheads. Just like so. And then when you have them together, you want to press them down so that there's no gap between the two pieces of wood. Gaps cause problems. We don't want problems. Okay. Just add a little bit more glue to these two bulkheads. Doesn't seem to be connected properly. It's fine if there's like bumps and stuff along the way, like that little gap there, because this does get sanded down before the second layer of planking, so it will be nice and smooth. So yeah, remember, this is the most crucial part of actually building the ship, is the hull, and you don't want to make mistakes here. You want it to be perfect, just like that. Okay. So patience is the most important thing when building these things, and obviously another thing is to actually enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, then don't do it. But also a lot of people are too scared to get into it because it's quite expensive. But one of these projects will take a long time, so especially if it's a big one. Just move the tripod. Just gotta hold the glue together, the planks rather. Okay. I'm letting this dry properly before I use my hands. Because it does look like there's a bit of a gap, but that's also because I'm viewing from above. Okay. I've got so much glue on my hands, but that's fine. Part of the craft. Alrighty. Perfectamundo. And then in the instructions, when you come to this plank at the end, it looks like it goes up to about here. So I'm going to trim it here, and then we'll stick it, and then we'll move on to a longer plank. This one's going to go all the way to the edge, so, or over here rather. That one might need a little bend, but we'll see. Okay. Let's do this. Took out half the area. I really wish I had my clamps. Let me try to find them. Okay, I found a clamp, just one. I have no idea where any of my other ones are. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this piece in place. Add a little bit more. Okay. Alrighty, once it's dry, I'll move on to doing the next plank with you guys, and then we'll be sure. Okay. Okay guys, so as you can see it's nailed in. I'm gonna let the glue dry. Let's go ahead and remove the clamp. And then it might require a slight amount of bending. Let's just see how it fits. If we go down here, meant to go like so, and then glue it into this piece here, just on the edge. So like that. Yeah, I'm gonna bend this a little bit and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, so over here it looks like in the instructions we've got 2 planks here, 2x2s, 2x4s, and then over here it looks like they added another 2x4 on top of this, so it'll be 4 2x4 planks here, so it's not such a drastic curve. So I'm gonna do that quickly. I'll do that off camera, and then yeah, we'll be sorted for the next set of planks. Okay, so guys, this is what I'm working with here. Got a few 2x4s on top of each other, and then yeah, the planking's gonna go like so, all the way up to the top over the bulkheads. But yeah, I'm just waiting for the plank to warm up a bit, and then we'll place it here, and then we will be moving on to the upper part of this, and then tomorrow's video we'll work our way down. I am waiting for wood planer for some of the parts, because you need to cut out like really thin triangles to fit in between the planks as you go down. Then planking should be done by next week, hopefully. We'll start the second layer. So I hope you guys are excited for that. Our model's turning into an actual ship. I'm happy about it. Okay guys, so I've got the plank here. We're just gonna bend it in to fit. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm gonna glue it down here first. Move it a little bit back. I'm gonna take the clamp on there. Then we're gonna glue it in place over here. Perfect. We're working from back to front for this one. Might have to do that for the rest of them actually, but it should get easier the higher we go up, because these ones just go straight on. So yeah, just gonna wait for it to dry and I'll be back with you in a second. Okay guys, as you can see, it's in place. When we do get to doing the rear, the stern of the ship, we're gonna sand this all down, make it all nice and uniform, and then that's when we proceed to go on to the next step of planking. And then after planking, we've got some fun and games to do on the deck. I didn't finish the deck in the last video. I just wanted to put the things in place so that when we do eventually get to the deck, we can do it quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna glue this plank in place and move on to the next one. Okay guys, so we've placed down the third plank. Fourth one is currently warming up. These planks are kind of just, I soaked them in hot water, like boiling hot water. So they're very flexible. Like I didn't even use a soldering iron here. Only place I've used a soldering iron was at the bow, because that is a very sharp curve. But with this, we're going to be placing the pieces at the bow, so we're not really going to have to worry about that, because we're going to be using 0.5 millimeter thick planks for the second planking. Gonna have to paint them as well. That's gonna be fun, but let me get this plank done and I'll be with you in a second. So once again, take our plank, make sure it's bent properly, just like that. See, it barely needs a bend, but a little bit of hot water goes a long way when you're trying to do this. So let's go ahead, just glue them together. Okay, perfect. Okay, now just gonna wait for it to dry. Then once it's dry, I'll plank the rest of it. And yeah, tomorrow's video will be fun. I'm gonna continue with the planking. Planking does take a little bit of a while, but you know, at the end of it, it's all worth it if you really enjoy this hobby, like me. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Just moving that camera so you can see the process again. Remember to glue the planks together as well as the bulkheads. Just like so. Hold them down and push them at the same time, like that. It's alright if you do make some mistakes during the first layer of planking, but my goal is to make no mistakes. So that's what I'm here to do, is try and make this as perfect as it can possibly be. Nothing's impossible, but we're all in this together, we're learning. If you guys have tips and tricks, leave them down below. But yeah. And glue it to the bulkheads properly. Perfect. It's being stubborn once again, doesn't want to dry. That's fine. Alright, let me get it in place. Okay guys, so I planked it. 4 layers of planking. And well, I'm very happy with the job I've done so far. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, if we're doing it properly. And any tips, that would be much appreciated. But if you guys did enjoy today's episode, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite part was. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. This is Trinity with Building History. Peace.